Let's analyze together Nvidia Corporation.
Let's see what's going on. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Wow, today is a day very relaxed in Nvidia, to what we are accustomed to see these last days. But look at this time frame, 5-minute chart. Very interesting to see this last movement to the upside. We're talking about 3%, but the price is reaching those levels that people were telling that the price won't reach, because we are talking the new highs are about above $1,250.
Yeah, more than that, we're talking about the 3 trillion market cap. Is the second most, the second biggest stock in Wall Street in market cap. It's absolutely nuts, and the stock split is next Monday.
Yeah, that's something very interesting that we also wanted to comment with you. How do you think this will affect Nvidia stock? Do you think it will be positive? Do you think it will be negative? Leave that comments about this topic, because we are very happy to learn from your opinions also. We have also some news related with the smart money talk coming to this type of stocks again, because these movements, of course, are very interesting. But sometimes you tend to think, why would they enter right now at these prices? It's more normal that they entered previously and now they start to sell. That's another theory. So we have those both scenarios. People who think when stocks are doing great and are making new highs, smart money continues entering, and those who think like when that happens they start to sell because they need that capital also to exit the market. So that's something very interesting also in this type of stocks with this huge market cap. We have to talk about that situation also, because in penny stocks they normally don't take that into account because they don't put that big amounts of capital. But Nvidia Corporation, I'm going to check just right now as Alvaro comments another thing, the percentages that some big institutions are holding, but I think those are huge numbers.
Huge. Do we want to see like more huge numbers? Let's take a look. We're talking about the performance. So this week, more than 7%. The last month, more than 35%. In the last 3 months, more similar, 27%. But the crazy, is this year, 2024, more than 100, almost 150%. So absolutely crazy. It's all related also to the earnings, because the earnings has been positive again and again and again. So when you have like better earnings than before, the price tends to go up. But this is like about all expectations. We're talking about like the price reaching almost 1,300. I mean, this is absolutely unseen in this stock. And right now, what's gonna happen? So let's go and see the forecast.
Very interesting. We have a lot of analysts right here, Wall Street, offering 1 year price forecast for Nvidia stock. Exactly 54 analysts. Very interesting. The minimum one, I think it's, surprising, minus
Surprising.
46%. That's a long way from this current price. We're talking about $655. And the maximum one, 1,500. That round number, plus 24% more or less from current prices. Very interesting. The average is positive, but only 1%. So most of these analysts believe like the price of Nvidia will stay around these levels for the next year. What do you think about this, guys?
Yeah, I know, guys. Many of you are asking the same question. Like, okay, the stock is like completely overbought. It doesn't make any sense that the stock should go up any further. But the thing here is like the expectations, the next EPS, the estimates, and look at that. We have estimates even better in the next quarters, and that's the reason the stock is still going up. Because if the earnings are gonna be better, the stocks will go up in price, and so they are anticipating that move.
Yeah, that's something to take into account, and this is also very interesting. Let's see. Let me paste it very fast. I have the data right here from the Momo trading app, or Mumu. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but let me know you if you can see it, Alvaro.
Yeah, let's go to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, right now I cannot see it.
Okay, anyway, I will just comment it very fast. We have the holdings overview, the major holders of this stock, and we have the first of all Vanguard Group, the Vanguard with 8.68% of the total shares, of Nvidia Corporation, according to this data. Then we have BlackRock with 7.42%. Then FMR, I don't know this is exactly what it is, but 4.41%. And then two more that are big institutions holding 3% more or less, both of them, and the rest 72%. So we could say like retail investors more or less would be around 50% according to this data. if I'm not mistaken. So it's something very interesting to take into account also, because this market will behave in a different way from other markets where these big institutions aren't as interested as in this, because they operate and trade in a complete different way. They think more in the long term, and they have different strategies that will, of course, affect how these markets move.
Yeah, these players, what they usually do is like they tend to invest in blue chips, and Nvidia is like the bluest chips actually.
Right now, yeah.
Exactly, we're talking about this now. You compare it to Nvidia can be compared to Apple, to Microsoft. They are playing in the same level. It's incredible to see with the growth, because if you go to the monthly chart and let's activate the logarithmic scale, in 1999 it was trading at 0.37. Obviously at that moment the price was different. After some
Yeah.
stock splits and so on, the price has been like reduced, but in the end right now, look at that, we're talking about, can it be this more crazier? I mean, look at that. How much is it? I mean,
Yeah, it's a big number. If you were buying at those prices, well, congratulations. Not many of
holy,
you, of course, because I mean, this is incredible. You have to buy and also hold for more than 20 years.
not even
That's a lot.
Bitcoin is that good.
It's completely insane. And during this last year, I think the incredible part is like, you tend to think, okay, big market cap stocks can't get great results normally. Great results, I mean more than 100%, something like that. And during 2023, we are talking about this movement exactly 1000% more or less. Not exactly, but almost 1000 since November, October 2022. So very interesting. And the important thing to notice also in the monthly chart is almost all of these candles are green. Only four red candles, and one of those was bullish, because we had like this inverted hammer no, the hammer pattern, yes, with the wick to the upside. So wow, what a year for this stock. Will it continue or not? Let us know in the comments below, but I think this will be remembered, and we will see many books and trading videos in the future using this as an example of a huge uptrend based on a market situation.
Another piece of information right here to end the video, with the last 20 years, the net income of Nvidia, look at that. In 2006 they had a net income of 300 million, and then in 2008 almost 800 million, and then in 2010 it's like minus 77 million. So the thing here is like 67, I'm sorry. So it wasn't that good at that time, but the thing is like the price, it has ups and downs, but in the end the thing started to change in 2018 when they made this 3 billion net income. And they sustained that level for a while, but the craziness, it was last year, 2024, this year actually. I mean, we were talking about 30 billion.
Yeah, maybe this has also something to do with the AI market, artificial intelligence sector, because Nvidia is well related to this, and of course the hype has been there, and this has been reflected. But also we have to take into account that many companies had the hype, but they didn't have the background to sustain it, because the results weren't that good, or at the end of the day it was just a hype based on some news that, or at the end of the day, weren't yet happening in the real market. But Nvidia has a long trajectory. You can clearly see from 1999 these movements, this uptrend, because when investors for the long term tend to look to this type of stocks that have great results, but also have like normal corrections, because we can see that during 2000 until 2013, the biggest correction was this one of 84%, and this first, yeah, 90% more or less. But from there, we only have this in 2019 of 56%, which isn't a lot, for this type of stocks. And then another one in 2021 of 67%. And those moments, as you can see, were the best to buy. What do you think also about this? When everyone was selling and was trying to get out of these stocks, those who bought there and were brave enough, we could say, got the best results. It doesn't mean that this will repeat over and over again, but it is interesting to notice this pattern with the biggest market cap stocks.
Okay,
In those crises, where most people made these crazy amounts.
And this is gonna blow your mind out. I mean, if Nvidia experienced a similar downturn to what experienced back in 2000 during this crisis, and then in 2008 minus 84, look at that, minus 87%,
Yeah, 80 something. Yeah.
89. It will go to the levels since back in January 2023. Only, I mean, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. This chart is a masterpiece to learn about trading in the long term. Also in the short term, you go to the intraday. From the fundamental side, from the technical side, very interesting. Also from the hype point of view with the AI related sector, and also the situation with the crypto market when it was growing a lot. With the tips and all that. The cat is getting nervous because he wants to know what will happen in Nvidia. So let us know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to Trading HT. We really appreciate it. Have a nice weekend. And if you are not subscribed, please do it, because we know that you watch our videos and that you enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have fun.
you. Bye bye.